Hey guys, Vrybot here. Just a really fast mention for you. Vrybot.com is live. That's VRYBOT.com. So you can catch our live streams when we're live on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. You see that everything's embedded there in the front. You can join our Discord. This is important if you want to connect with me or other people who have an interest in chess. We have a Discord community, and you can send me a message directly right here on the forum. Our gallery is actually featuring clips, highlights of gameplay, chess, and Fortnite. The services provided, I'm a chess coach. So, scroll through this and see if there's a service that I could provide for you. Check out our blogs if you're looking for any kind of reading on the subjects that we love. And you're welcome to drop me a tip anytime, help support the streams, the video productions, and get yourself some coaching. Do all that right here. The tipping. Come on in and join along as we prepare to dive further into the chess puzzles. Get yourself a cup of coffee, a nice place to sit, maybe a bad place to sit, so maybe pay attention more. I have no idea. But anyways, we're going to dive right in to the next series of puzzles, and we're going to do this daily, so don't forget to check back every day for the new video. Okay, so we've had enough with that. Rook takes knight. A fantastic move. I was looking for checks first, but capturing on e8, knight is guarding. Plus, let's take my rook. So that was the first thing that my eye spotted, thanks to checks and captures. But then I realized also that I have a capture here, which removes the defender of the bishop on e8. So here's a fantastic move. Whether king takes or rook takes, doesn't much matter for the sake of the bishop. Moving on. And very similar puzzle, we can remove the defender of f7 here by simply going up. We're getting a check and a capture at the same time. Whether king takes or rook takes doesn't much matter for the sake of the king, because queen takes f7 is going to seal the deal. Checkmate. We have to switch it over to black's perspective, because we're going to make a threat. I don't see any good checks. This is a check. It's not that good. I see a capture. It's not that great. Rook captures back. Aside from that, all we have left are threats. Let's go ahead and threaten the rook. That's not the main point to our threat. The main point to our threat is to clear the square for our pawn to be able to move. If our pawn could move, this actually checkmate. Let's take a look at what happens. Let's save the rook for fun. Let's see g5 checkmate board. The bishop is guarding all the way down. Pawn is guarded by his brother pawn. And the rook is cutting off the entire street area by rank. So, fantastic. Let's save the king instead. Let's play some kind of move. Well, he's going to lose his. Moving on. Okay, our fantastic idea is to not win, but also not lose. Rook to the bottom. Check. Rook takes rook. It seems like the only move, because the king has got all of this cut off. So, takes is the only move. And now, black needs a move. Well, black can't go back. The pawn can't come out this way, because rook can't come out the same. These two squares, because of the same. King is guarding all this. Stalemate, folks. We love it. Now, looking for checks and captures. Don't see any checks. I don't see any captures. Those positions where, again, you have to notice that the queen has infiltrated the position really deep. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? That we have to find out. I had found the first move originally, which is knight to b5. It's incredible, but it took me a long time and never happened. I looked to the answer key to figure out the next move. So maybe you can figure out the next move for yourself instead and play better than me. Now, things that I did catch on, great, that I'm cutting off the queen from escaping. Now she's truly hemmed in my position. But hopefully you found the move. rook to a7 on the next turn. Rook to a7 is unstoppable, in which case we've already set up the web. If queen takes here, takes back. If queen ever takes our rook, queen takes. She can't get out on c7 because of the queen. She can't get out on b6 because she can't get anywhere out on the a file because of the rook. No escape. Thanks to a d5 pawn that's just completely cramping her style. Let's move on. This one is another incredible puzzle. We've seen a theme like this just moments ago. Here, looks like white's winning. White's absolutely winning. White has two pawns. We have only our queen. White has two pawns and the queen. We have only our queen. Check this out. Check here. Looks fantastic because we're looking for checks and captures. Well, we check here, nothing happens, nothing good. Check back here, king escapes, go on to lose. Unfortunate. But into e5, if we had noted all of the checks, kept them in our mind as a list, and solved or calculated just a little bit further on each one, we hopefully would have noticed that queen to e5 is a fork. We're attacking the king and the queen. Let's say they ignore us, move their king, we're going to take their queen. Happy to do so. But the very obvious queen takes e5 also falls for trickery and a problem. Our king can't move this way because of the pawn is actually moving this way. So that cuts off our escape square there. g7 is cut off because of the queen. All the movements back are cut off because of the queen, including king takes pawn. So at the very moment it's black to turn, black to move, and they don't have a move. Call stalemate. Once again, add stalemate to the list. Check. Okay, this one's simple enough. I remember seeing many puzzles like this in many compositions. I can see that there's a check and a capture all at the same time, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this back to white's perspective. Here's a check and a capture, and it led me to understanding that the bishop is guarding the rook. So when I do this, because it's a check, you can't ignore it. It's going to have to take my rook. I can go right ahead and capture another rook, leaving me plenty of material for the good. Let's go. This one was slightly complicated. We could see that white has 4 pawns and black has 4 pawns, and they both have a minor piece, and we both have kings that are contentious to each other. So the difference is that black is just one move away from queening, and you know what? White doesn't actually have any move to stop that. So it was either dire straits, look down at the board and find this next series of moves, or white had planned it moves ago, and they have created a very fantastic and beautiful checkmating threat. So there's a net here. Black's king is ensnared in a checkmating net. This square is guarded by a pawn. This square is guarded by a pawn. The king guards all 3. This square is guarded by a pawn. This square is guarded by a pawn. All we need to do is hit this king where he lives on the 5 square. So do that with knight to a4. Fantastic. And then our next move is knight to b6 or knight to c. Kudos if you saw both. Glad that we learned this theme just a few puzzles ago. Rook to b8. White is definitely winning here in this position. He has 2 rooks. We have 1. We have our pawn. He's probably trying to grab this. Probably trying to checkmate us. Probably trying to go on and win the game. But we're going to stop all those hopes and dreams. This rook can't move off of the file that the king's on because, in a way, black just pinned it. Let's go ahead and capture just for fun. Let's get that one out of the way. Okay, black blundered his rook. Well, black can't a king move here or here or here because of the rook's line file. And the king. King can't come forward because of this square right here. So, another stalemate. And this one shouldn't be too tough once you realize that we have a tactic called the pin, which is guarding a key square, f6. Now, usually we're looking for checks and captures. We'd be looking at Queen takes rook, queen takes pawn. But this is just something that jumped out at me when I looked at the puzzle, is I really wanted to play queen to f6. I saw that this queen on the back rank can't bother me at all. And I saw that she can't even check me on the h6 square. When I saw that, I realized that there was nothing black can do with his pieces. They're all cramped. The rook's cramped, the knight's cramped, the bishop's cramped. The king is definitely cramped. He's very upset that a bishop is diagonal. So we just go ahead and play queen f6. There is no knight takes f6. Don't worry about that. And on the following move, we can play queen to e7 or queen to d8. See you next time. Don't forget to check out our links. You can find these in the bio. I'm an advanced certified coach. Go ahead and drop me a line. You can check us out on Discord as well. Join the community. Drop a tip if you want to support us. Twitter, Chess Club, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. In the next video.